Today, I'm going to show you something cool that you can do with documents and contracts. First of all, you go to payments and go to documents and contracts to access this. And then you click new to create a new document from scratch or to upload a PDF. I have a PDF ready, so I'm going to upload a PDF. Select PDF and upload. Once uploaded, it opens up in the builder. This is where you can go and add the signature, text field, and date field. So I can drag and drop signature here and then adjust the size. And if I want to move to a precise location, now I can use Shift and arrow key on my keyboard and move it wherever I want. Once that is done, you can keep on adding other stuff. You can click and add a text field. You can place it anywhere and adjust the size. The Shift arrow key works for this as well. And then you have the new date picker. Instead of using a text field for date, now you can actually use a date picker to select the date. Click here, and then you can see the date picker pops up. Now, if you add a primary client to this contract, all of this field will be assigned to that particular client. But you can always add more fields and add more recipients and assign them accordingly. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to add another signature, add another text field, and add another date field. So you can see when I hover over this, I can see the name of the person it's connected to, which is the primary client. But now I can add more recipient. I'm going to select this person here. And if I select the signature, and I can change this to the new person I've selected. Similarly, I can change all of these fields to the new person. So when I hover over it, I can see this name has changed. If I go back here and hover over it, you can see this is connected to the primary, and now it is connected to the second person I've added. If you have more clients to be added to this same contract, you can add so by selecting people here. And then when you duplicate these values, you can actually assign them to the next person, and it would reflect that change. So you can see this is for James, this is for person H, and this is for myself. So now comes the cool part of this contracts. So when you go to this text field, you can now access this custom values and custom fields. So you can select a custom value. For example, in this case, I'm selecting offer name. And if I type for and then select contact full name, when I send it to a person, it becomes the offer name for that person's name. So even more amazing thing is that if you copy this whole thing, and if you decide to add a new page and add a text component here, and instead of heading here, if you use this value, the custom value and custom field, this dynamically get replaced by the contacts values when we send the actual document to the person. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to send this and show you what I mean by this. So I'm going to select send via email. As soon as you go into the contract, you can see this document has 5 required fields, which is specific for the contact who receives it. And now if you click start filling out, it takes you to the first value where you have to fill it out. And you can also see the name pops up when you hover over this, and then you fill out the details here, and then you click on fill in. It'll jump to the next value which you have to fill. And then here you can see the custom value that we set. The custom value was the offer name, and it is amazing offer, and this is the custom field value. So it replaced the custom field value to my name. So this is how you can really customize and personalize your contracts. Now I can fill out rest of it here. Then I can select the date. And then when I click fill in, it jumps to the signature part. And then when I click fill in again, it goes to my next signature, which I need to fill in. And then that's it. These are the 5 fields that I have to fill in. But then when you check here, you can see there are other fields as well. These doesn't have to be filled out by me. So these are grayed out. And when you hover over it, you can actually see the name. These has to be filled out by James, and these has to be filled out by person H. Now you can see here the text we added earlier with custom values and custom field values has been dynamically populated with the actual values. This is the offer name and coming from a custom value. And this is my name coming from the custom field value. So this has been replaced by the primary client of this contract. Please do note that these values are coming from the primary client. You've seen we have added 3 recipients into this contract. So for them also the value would be the same value as you see here, because those values will be taken from the primary client. I'll explain this when we check the document received by one of the clients that we set in this same email thread. So now we are going to look at the contract received by James. So when James receives this contact in his email, you can see that this document has 3 required fields because James has to fill only 3 fields in this. And when you click start filling out, it will take him to his page. And this is where James can fill out his details and values and all that. But when you go back to this text field we had before, you can still see this has not changed to James' name. This is still under the primary client's name. So that's one thing you need to remember. You can see here, this has also not changed. This is the custom value and custom field for the primary client. And also these are not accessible to James because this doesn't concern him. And once he finishes with filling the values, he can click finish and it will be sent back to the account. Similarly, if I finish this contract, if I add my signature here and click finish, it'll be sent back to me. So that's how you can personalize contracts using custom values and custom field values. So by creating a template like this with custom values and custom fields makes it so much easier to create very personalized contracts for each of your contacts. Once you have a template ready, all you have to do is select a primary contact and send it to them, and all those values would auto-populate from their contact record. So this update has made creating personalized contracts so much easier. I hope you will test it out and experiment yourself. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Happy to help. Thank you.